when teaching Git, one of the conceptions that was very much in the way of understanding Git for a lot of people was the idea that Git is something that has to be remote, that there is a GitHub, that data is sent over the wire, that something is syncing all the time. But Git is not Dropbox. And I think it's very helpful to improve your understanding and to understand how Git works if, for the time being, you start to think of Git as something local, something that's happening on your own notebook, on your local computer. And for this video, for this part, we would like to just leave all the remote stuff aside and just think of Git as the local program that it is. Let's think about Git just like a cupboard with many drawers in it. Like all these drawers are stacked over one another. And each of these drawers contains a version of your source code. And the topmost, like so to say, the ceiling of the cupboard is made out of glass. And you're looking from the top onto your cupboard. And this is what is the front-facing thing, like the front-facing version. That's what all the other programs see, like your Visual Studio Code. Whatever editor you're using, you are seeing through that glass ceiling onto your code, and only on the drawer that's the most recent checkout, like the one that you checked out that you're working with at the moment. But Git has all these other versions underneath that version. And you can just go and take one drawer from like deep from the dungeon. You don't care where it really comes from. You use the Git interface and then put it on top. And then that's what you see. And the other version goes to the dungeon. And that is how it operates. So let's take a moment and look into these versions, into these single drawers in greater detail. So think of the versions as versions of your source code. So your source code potentially consists of multiple files. Maybe only be one file, but it could be multiple files. And when you're working on something, you are potentially touching more than one file. The aspect you're working on needs work in multiple files. And then what you do is, once you are done and once you're confident it's fine, you're actively creating your own new version of things, of the state. You're creating a new snapshot, a new state of your source code. And you actively manage that with Git and don't automatically sync stuff the moment you press the save button.